President Donald Trump unveils plans for a $4.4 trillion budget in 2019. It includes $23 billion for border security and $17 billion to fight the opioid epidemic. The budget will be a hard sell to conservatives who don't want to add another $1 trillion in deficit spending.
Makes even a drunken sailor blush. And the problem with that is the drunken sailor actually spent his own money. We've got the government spending yours.
Democrats aren't likely to sign off either. The plan includes trillions of dollars worth of cuts to Medicare, Medicaid, food stamps, and some other social programs. The president also unveiled his $1.5 trillion infrastructure plan, $200 billion to rebuild roads and bridges. It comes from the federal government, and then the remainder comes from state and local spending, and then some private investments as well. So we've got Esme back with us again. And the rebuilding roads and bridges is interesting because he talks about really a lot of that going back to state in local governments.
Right. You know, I think this is really such an important issue, and I think we here in Minnesota are the poster child for this issue with the collapse of the 35W bridge. Both the federal, state, and local governments have been kicking this can down the road for a long time. This is a problem, and there's not enough federal dollars being allocated here. There's not enough state and local dollars being allocated here. Something's got to happen, and this is not good enough. It just isn't.
Government shutdown after government shutdown. We've been talking about the deal for the Dreamers. Are they finally going to get to that? Well, the president is back to tweeting about it this morning, saying Republicans want to make a deal. Democrats say they want to make a deal. Wouldn't it be great if we could finally, after so many years, solve the DACA puzzle? This will be our last chance. There will never be another opportunity. March 5th. Is this really the last chance?
No, it's not. And here's the problem here. The DACA was in place. It was all set. And the president kind of rolled that back. This is a policy put in place by the Obama administration. They've got to get a fix for this, at least for the president does. And no, March 5th is not the final deadline.
What's the holdup on this? Because it seems like both parties want an extension, want protection for Dreamers. Do Republicans just not want to give Democrats a win?
I think the issue here is the president, because he ran on this. And I think he's trying to kind of play to his constituency that elected him, you know, on this issue in part. But this is a problem. They've got to get a fix for this permanently. And the president, I think, is going to be called on the carpet if he doesn't.
Yeah, but he's even said, you know, this is going to be a protection of love. This is something that he wants. It's a different tone than he had when he was running.
Right. And I think the bottom line, DACA, these people have been vetted. They have gone through this incredible process. They had this status. The president tried to roll it back, and I think that that's a problem for him, and a lot of Republicans are troubled by his own actions. So I think that's the difficulty there.
Esme, let's go back to the judge's ruling. So Lieutenant Governor Michelle Fischbach, she can also keep her Senate seat. That stands, at least for now. Do you think this will last?
No. I don't. I really don't. I think that you're going to see this being adjudicated further. There are a lot of legal experts who say that when this comes down, you know, in other legal rulings, that Lieutenant Governor Michelle Fischbach will not be able to keep her Senate seat. This is not over.
How long do you think until that? Well,
I think, and the judge specifically mentioned that the session was not underway, and so I think that's what's important here. This is not over, and I think that there are a lot of legal experts who say that she will not be able to hold both of those positions. Okay. So we'll see.
Yeah. But we'll watch for it. Thanks, Esme.